Welcome back to Test Drive Live. I'm James Sang Lee, and today we've got an innovative product from AIRfeet. Now, before we get into this innovative product today, I want to encourage you to join us, of course, in the online chat. Now, as I think about my feet, as someone who's very active, you know me, I like to kick, I like to punch, I like to walk around, I do a lot of stuff with my family. This made me think about a time when I was actually in Hong Kong, China, at a place called Fortress Hill. Now, my grandmother, many moons ago, lived on this really high place called Fortress Hill. It's so high, at the halfway point is this 7-Eleven, and you would have to take a break and get a cold drink. Well, I was thinking about that as with this product today. I thought to myself, what would be a good product to keep my feet nice, cool, relieve, and maybe even help them rehab a little bit? Well, I think this might be the product just for you with AIRfeet. Now, AIRfeet is categorized as an exciting and a dynamic under your feet, interacting immediately with a person's feet, providing comfort, relief, performance, and for many, life-changing results. The diverse manufacturing backgrounds inspired this team to make a dynamic yet radically different solution that combines simplicity and practicality. With numerous credible studies, editorials, pro-athlete endorsements, and reviews from individuals across a broad range of lifestyles, I'm excited to introduce this feet-tastic technology for you. All right, let's see what they have to say about AIRfeet.
The first thing you notice about AIRfeet insoles is how super thin they are. The flexibility is unmatched, fitting into any shoe of any shape, and no custom fitting. Their ability to contour and move along their length allows them to fit perfectly into the natural shape of your foot. The patented design allows the active gel technology to move from the heel across the arch to the ball of the foot and then repeat itself again when your body and feet shift balance. This motion is what defines AIRfeet insoles as dynamic in design. Every other product on the market is boring and static in design. Heel nodules that are designed to absorb an impacting energy. Independent arch seals that focus on providing a sideways action under the arch and tendons. An engineered design to support the ball of the foot on impact. Oval seals for stimulating circulation between the ball of the foot and the toes. A curved wave area to push blood further into the toes. Patented hole for flip-flops or sandals for sports recovery or casual footwear. When combining all of these regions, your foot is receiving the same action as a therapeutic massage, touching all of the critical pressure points that are commonly seen on a reflexology chart, all of which are critical in keeping your total body in balance. As you place your feet into AIRfeet insoles, you can feel instant life-enhancing results. The active gel technology moves under the foot in microseconds, awaiting the next area of impact. It is the perfect product for standing, walking, or playing, as well as for complete sports recovery. Increasing circulation and reducing pain is a no-brainer with AIRfeet insoles. AIRfeet insoles are revolutionary in design and technology. It's like walking on air. Protective footwear can be big, bulky, and built for protection, not comfort. AIRfeet Technologies brings you unmatched results with our ergonomic designs focused on reducing fatigue-related accidents and increased comfort, fitting perfectly into personal, protective, or work footwear. Contoured and flexible to fit precisely into any type of shoe and taking up next to no additional room. And no custom fitting. Focus on your job, not your feet, with AIRfeet Dynamic Ergonomic Insoles.
The world's most advanced insole. I think they thought of everything. I even had a little hole there for the flip-flops. Hey, when we come back, let's get ready to unbox AIRfeet. All right, let's unbox AIRfeet. Right out of the gate, the AIRfeet Classico 2. I'm going to go through these pretty quickly here. There's 5 of them that we're going to look at. But what I want you to see is the best weird you'll ever feel. Right there, that's a quote, because it felt weird for me, it'll probably feel weird for you. And in fact, so many people said it that they trademarked that statement. There'll be more on that in just a moment. There's a little window here. Check the size for you. What I don't want you to miss is some of the features on here, the targeting and the benefits. On the targeting, circulation, leg fatigue, tibial shock, hip back pain, foot ankle pain, plantar fasciitis, and comfort and relief. And some of the benefits is that it's super thin, feather light, fits all kinds of shoes, dynamic motion, ergonomic design, enhances orthotics, and machine washable. That is the AIRfeet Classic. Now let's open it up. Now you'll notice they have a nice little gadget here. It's a little zipper for your attach to the zipper, and it can extend. But it's kind of neat that they give you a little cute little shoe, if you will. But that's what that is. All right. Let's open it up, take a look inside. We're going to come back to the back of the box too, because it talks about dynamic motion on there. Inside the box has a little trifold on AIRfeet. It talks about the various kinds they have, which I'm going to show you a little bit here in a moment. But what I want you to see here is the top side of it and the back side of it. Also notice from their video, a little hole there for your flip-flops. But as you might be able to see, but you might not be able to feel, very soft and very thin. So that is the Classic right there. Now I'm going to go very quickly over these other ones, but I don't want you to miss this, the dynamic active motion. Right here in the box it says your feet have approximately 20 muscles. Get this, 20 muscles, and I didn't know that. I'm an athlete, and they sit stationary in a shoe all day long. AIRfeet therapeutically stimulates those muscles with our dynamic active motion. That motion is a form of exercise, which, like all exercise, increases critical circulation. It's the circulation that everyone should first focus on for a multitude of physical issues and discomforts. But that is something key to AIRfeet, is this dynamic active motion. All right, let's move along quickly because I want to make sure we show you a bunch of these real quick. All right, AIRfeet Fashion 02. As you'll notice when you look through the little window here, it's a little different color, and these are much thinner. Has that little shoe on there. The targeting and the benefits of the back: sore feet, back pain, leg fatigue, shoe comfort, style, and elegance, which I'm going to show you the color here in just a moment. They're super thin, and something you probably can't see on the camera here, but these are much thinner than the Classic. And also, this is designed, as you can see, for dress shoes. Nice and thin, has a nice color for a dress shoe, and designed specifically for a dress shoe. All right, let's keep moving. Next one, outdoor. This one's going to be a little thicker and camouflage. Be great for a boot. Of course, as you open it up, it's got that little shoe that you can use. You just insert it, loop it, and you unzip it. And I'm going to pull this out. As you can see, the packaging, very thin. But I don't want you to miss, again, the targeting: circulation, leg fatigue, tibial shock, hip and back pain, foot, ankle pain, plantar fasciitis, and comfort and relief. Now, interesting thing about the benefits on the outdoor that's different: super thin feather light, fits all kinds of shoes, remember, for boots as well. Dynamic motion, ergonomic design, enhances orthotics, and machine washable. Now take a look at this one. Camouflage in color on the top and black on the bottom. And a little bit thicker than, of course, the Fashion that's for heels, and of course that black Classic that was very similar. All right, but what I want to show you is this one. Best for last, right? AIRfeet Relief 02, you just slip them in. Well, it's just pretty simple. It's just like they said, it just slips in. When you do this, there's going to be this little A and a B, and these A's and the B's have these little perforated lines that we're going to snip and cut to prepare to just slip into your shoes. Now remember, when you put these in your shoes, nice and easy, fits in all kinds of shoes. You leave your insoles in there, and you put this right on top. All right, so this is the AIRfeet Relief, and again, has a little trifold. Some benefits on the back, just like the others. This one helps enhances orthotics, and this one snip and unzip trimming. So we're going to do that right now. All right. So I've got a little handy scissors here, and back to this sample one right here. You have an A and a B. Remember, when you're doing this, you want to make sure that it's for your shoe size. So I brought a pair of shoes that I really like. They're a little dirty, but I wanted to take out that insole to just kind of make sure I didn't cut more than I needed to, because once I cut it, right, I don't want to cut more than I should. Okay, so when you're doing this, you want to match that up, and in this case, an A and a B. In this case, I only need to do the A. And because of that, I can just do slightly like that, follow along the perforated line, and it should be easy to prepare that for your shoe. As you can see, I just made that match up, cut the A and the B in the sample, and then maybe your shoe is even smaller, you might have to cut the B. But just follow along the instructions. Just make sure you do not cut the heel, because that voids the warranty on AIRfeet. All right, so that's an example. That's how simple it is to prepare your shoes. All right, complements the orthotics and some of the other features of massaging and active motion technology benefits. FSA, HSA eligible, designed to stimulate the foot muscles, providing life-changing results at a super thin 1 to 2 millimeters. The active motion is like the form of exercise that strengthens the foot and the muscles and naturally induces circulation from the lower back through the legs, the joints, and into the feet. And for more on that, just remember, you can look on the packaging right there, that dynamic active motion. The dynamic active technology, AIRfeet, allows an impacting energy to disperse rather than trying to absorb it like foam or a rubber insole. It's got credible history with AIRfeet supporting our military globally. Clinical studies have proven field data, active arch support, 6-month warranty, and machine washable. AIRfeet was launched in 2011 into marathon and running events, and AIRfeet has rapidly taken into the safety and ergonomic industry, health and wellness, sports, everyday living, and now 200 military locations globally. By the way, a real quick fact here on a clinical study for tibial shock. They had a study from Ohio State University, produced some incredible data, 23% reduction with athletic shoes and 18% reduction with work boots. You can see that in the Ohio State University study. All right, well, for me, I put it in my shoes and it honestly felt a little weird. I had matched them up. It was simple to do. I cut them out, put them in my shoes. I've worn them and they honestly feel a little weird. Now, with that said though, is they always encourage you on this product to wear it for 2 to 3 weeks. And I'm going to show you with this little sample of what's inside the AIRfeet so that you can see what that looks like. So this little insert is sort of the inside of that AIRfeet, right? And you can kind of see these little beads moving around. So this technology is that dynamic motion. So I'm going to use my hand to kind of replicate a foot here for a second. And, you know, notice that when my hand's acting as my foot, this liquid inside, these little, you know, pieces that are moving around, you're seeing it move, and that dynamic movement that we're seeing, that's helping the foot with rehab and other sorts. So you can see that this is helping with relief, comfort, but it's going to feel a little weird to get used to that first because you're not used to things moving around in your shoe. Well, that's what's happening in that motion right there. I'm going to show you just from the other side just so you can see it. And I'm going to change the direction just a bit. But notice this is moving in here. It massages the foot. All right, so kind of neat. It does feel weird even on the hand. Well, they said, again, use it for 2 to 3 weeks, give it a try, and I think you're gonna like it because it helps bring relief to your foot. All right, when we come back, we'll take a look at my at-home video and me setting it up at home. We'll also hear from other users and some testimonies. Welcome back. Hey, let's take a look at my home video. And by the way, send me a message. Tell me what you think.
Hey there, getting ready to try the AIRfeet Relief 02. I was gonna try it on my athletic shoes, but I really like these casual dress shoes. And so I thought, it'd be nice to see if they're a little softer, if you will, more comfortable. So I thought I'd try it with the AIRfeet Relief 02. So I'm gonna show you that in just a moment. Right here also too, I've got the outdoor, the sport, and the classic 02 by AIRfeet. But I'm going to be doing AIRfeet Relief 02. Got some scissors, and get ready to try it. All right, so these are nice shoes, like them a lot, but I wish they were a little more comfortable. So really nice shoe from Joseph Abode. I think that's how you say that, Abode. So I'm gonna try this AIRfeet Relief. And this really nice pair of leather casual shoes. All right, let's take a look. All right, the AIRfeet Relief 02 says just slip them in. So we're gonna see what that looks like in just a moment. If you look on this side, expect the best. Weird, notice they have weird on there, you'll ever feel. Expect the best weird feel you'll ever feel. Well, that'll be interesting to try that. A little window here, you can touch that where it says AIRfeet. And at the bottom, it says it's like walking on air. So I'm looking forward to trying that. On the top left and the right here is ML, that's the medium and large. Men's 8.5 to 12.5. Women's 9.5 to 15. So make sure you get the right size. On the back, talks about what it's helpful for: flat feet, circulation, leg fatigue, hip and back pain, foot ankle pain, plantar fasciitis, and comfort and relief. So looking forward to that. Of course, the benefits, it's super thin. We'll open it up and find out. Feather light. This package is very light, so I can imagine that already. Fits all kinds of shoes. As I mentioned, I'm gonna do it on my casual dress shoes here. Dynamic motion, ergonomic design, enhances orthotic, and snip and unzip for trimming. So let's give it a try. There's obviously more in the back. I can see it a little closer. And let's open it up. Kind of this neat little AIRfeet zipper tie here. You can attach that to a zipper so that can work. And so that's kind of cool. A little fun feature there. And it looks like a little foot. Check that out. All right, let's open it up. All right, opening up the package. Again, it's just like this nice, thin, very lightweight package. Well done, simple in design, nice and clean. Took it out, empty box. And let's see what we got in here. We, of course, have got two AIRfeet, one for the left and one for the right, which we'll show in a moment. Backside. And the little instructions here. It's got a QR code that you can check that out and check that out online. And of course, show some of their other models that I already showed you: the Relief, the Outdoor, and the Sport 02. And some other features on there. One thing I did want to point out is on trimming. There's some lines for it that you should follow. Just make sure you don't do the back side because it voids the warranty. Back side. All right. All right, let us give it a try. Okay, so AIRfeet Relief 02. You'll see some lines here, a little here and here, where we're supposed to trim. You see really close. There's an A and a B, and there's these little perforated lines kind of where you follow with the scissors, which I'm excited to cut. All right, let's take a look. All right, so there's an A and the trim and the 8.5, 9 to the B. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna pull out the insole in my shoe just to kind of get a little kind of size comparison so I know if I'm close or not. All right, let's take a look. When I put up my insole to kind of this space, looks like I'm going to just do maybe even the A. So I'll just start there first, just in case it's too much. So I'll start there. Better to cut a little bit than go too far. So let's give it a little cut. Follow it right along the lines here on the AIRfeet. It's very simple instructions, which is good. I don't want to take a long time out of your day when this is actually quite simple. And it looks like it's going to be quite comfortable actually too. All right, finish the first one. Not too shabby of cutting there. I'll just trim that up just a bit. All right, so cut that sort of A section just a bit. All right, let's try that with my right side. Matching it up, 1, 2. Looks like again, Looks like we're going to do this the A, otherwise we would be cutting too far into the B. So let's do the A first. There we go. Following it along this line again. Okay, and the right foot is done. Let me see if I need to do a little trimming here. Oh, that looks pretty good. So a little material there for the right and the left on the AIRfeet, the Relief O2s. And so let's see how it matches up with my insoles. Actually pretty good. I'll put my insoles back in my shoe. The left one and my right one. All right, let's give it a try here. Let's see, let's put the left one in first. Oh, it slips right in actually. Oh yeah, that fits pretty good already. Okay. Wow, that went in pretty easy. All right, you can see it in there. Let's add the right one in there. Yep, same thing, slides right in. Push that down. Snug it just a bit. Ooh, they are nice and comfortable. Okay, let's put on my shoes. So, got them inside there. I think you can see inside there. Oh, let me try to right side up for you there. Yeah, and they're nicely in there. Pretty simple to do. Let's put on my shoes. Oh yeah, that's a little weird, but feels good. Oh, wow. Right foot. Oh yeah. I see why they put the word weird, but it does feel good. Huh. Let's see. I'm in the gym today, so. Oh yeah. I think I'm gonna like these. All right, I'll give it a try.
You've heard what they have to say. You've heard a little bit from me of what I have to say. Let's hear what others have to say. I've got 3 great testimonials that came in. Let's take a look at this. Listen to this. All right, this is from A. Aguilar. Super thin and super comfortable. What I love about these inserts is that they're thin enough to make my boots not too tight, yet they make my feet feel like they're being massaged, and also less tired after hours of line dancing. So that was from A. Aguilar. Now check out the second one. This is from Lynn B. Change my life. I'm a huge fan of these, and I'm convinced that many family members will buy these too. I run and walk a lot and always suffered for sore feet as a result. Not anymore. I swear by these. Great for golf shoes and really for any sport. That was from Lynn B. And lastly, but not best for last, this is from Julie and Bobby, a couple that wrote in saying, best insoles. I love them. They help my foot pain so much and they last. You can even wash them. And that was from Julie and Bobby. So some great testimonials on that. All right. You know, great product from AIRfeet today. I got to use them. We've heard what they've say and with some great testimonials. You know what? It was a little weird for me the first couple times, but again, I'm going to use it over time and I'm looking forward to using them. I look better, I feel better, and I'm definitely already seeing some results from AIRfeet insoles. I'll bring some new level of comfort and relief that I've never experienced before, and I think they might even help me with some of my workouts and some of my exercise. So, hey, thanks for coming to Test Drive Live. We test the products so you don't have to. I'm James Lee, and we'll see you for more fun and innovative products on Test Drive Live.